Welcome to FinCon 21 Virtual Orientation. I am Libby, our Creative and Marketing Director.
And I'm Jessica. I'm the CEO of FinCon, and it's time, Libby. It's go time. We've been waiting for like 2 years to
We
have an
made
event. I mean, we did
it!
have we did have FinCon X in the fall of last year, but still, like we've been waiting for this for a while. So we're excited, you guys. We're excited that you guys will be joining us from wherever in the world you are located.
FinCon's mission has always been and still is helping thousands reach millions with a positive money message.
So we have created a virtual event that is giving you as many tools as you can possibly use to learn, to network, to grow your platform, to make some money so that your positive money message can reach even more people. So do not buy into the idea that if you're not in Austin, that none of those things are going to happen for you, because that's not true. 20% of our attendees are attending virtually. So there are hundreds of people for you to connect with right here at FinCon 21 Virtual. And so we want to help you do that today and having this conversation with you.
Yeah, so we're going to go over several different things that we think are important for you to know to make your virtual event successful. And with each of those, we're going to give you the how, the logistics of how does this work? How do I engage? How do I actually do it? And then we're going to give you sort of the why, like why is it valuable? What's important? And just how to make a game plan maybe to engage with that part of the event. The first thing up is our app. The FinCon 21 app is the hub of the virtual experience. And my favorite thing about it is that it is where every kind of attendee is there. The attendees in Austin are there, the virtual attendees are there. It is the bridge that brings us all together. So, Jessica, tell us a little bit more about the app.
Yeah, I mean, that part really is fun because you could be talking to somebody on there and they're in Austin and you don't even know it. It really doesn't matter because you're able to communicate on the app. So, for you to get started with FinCon 21 Virtual, here's what you need. You need the app. We send an email telling you how to download it, but ultimately you can go to any app store and download the app. Now you will need the email address that you registered for your FinCon 21 pass in TicketSpice. You'll need that to log into the app. But that's really all you need. There is a desktop version and an app. So both of them work. The app is perfectly fine, but the desktop is probably more robust. You're able to just see it on the full screen. You're able to see an exhibitor's booth the way it's intended for you to see, where it's not scrolling through, but it's just like all there for you. You're able to video chat with them a little bit more clearly. You're able to see the live stream on full screen. So just know that if you're able to do it via desktop, that's going to be a probably fuller experience for you. And you would just log into it the same way with your email address that you used to register in TicketSpice. When you log into the app, if you see the virtual schedule, that is all you need for FinCon 21.
Look,
So
I have it. Virtual
some
schedule,
of you
virtual schedule.
guys some of you guys transferred your pass from Austin to virtual, and all we did was switch out that you can now see the virtual schedule instead of the Austin schedule. So as long as you have the app and as long as you can see the virtual schedule, you're ready to go. One other thing you want to do with that app, though, is you want to fill out your profile and you want to tag your niches, because that is another way that you can sort through the attendees and find people who are talking about the same things you're talking about. And those tags help brands find you as well. If they're an investing company and they want to find those of you who are talking about investing, then they can search the app for people who have tagged their profile with investing, and then they can reach out to them in their DMs. They can slide into their DMs. So anyway, tag a profile so that you can connect with not only attendees, but also the brands.
In addition to like just interacting and like watching the videos and things like that, it's just a great way to make sure you're connecting with people. You can do that by the DMs. Jessica said there's an activity feed where everybody's just chatting on there, like have something to say. And then each of the sessions that you watch also has a session chat. And so that's a great place to be. Instead of like being able to nudge the person in the seat next to you, you can do that on the session chat. We have a virtual host for our event this year, Erica Williams of Classy Climb. She's going to be coming into your email every morning, giving you the lowdown for the day's activities, the things you need to know, and kind of hyping you up for a great day of FinCon Virtual. That'll be in your email every day, and then also you see it as the first thing on the schedule in the app. But let's talk sessions. What's going to be live stream, what's going to be pre-recorded, and how does all that work?
Yeah, so both keynotes, both main stage talks will be live streamed each day. So that means Jaspreet Singh's keynote, Vanessa Van Edwards' keynotes, also the big ideas with Julian and Kirsten from Rich and Regular, and Jamila from Journey to Launch. Those will all be live streamed in those 2 main stage keynote sessions. Additionally, on Thursday, you will have 1 live stream breakout session, and Friday, you will have 1 live stream breakout session. Both of these are more widely appealing breakout sessions that could be helpful to nearly anyone with any type of platform. And so those will be available live stream. And then you will also have breakout sessions, and you'll be able to choose from 4 at a time, and they're pre-recorded, but most of those speakers will be in the chat box there to interact with you while that session is being aired.
What kind of sessions are they going to be? Like, what's the value of those?
When you have the opportunity to choose from 4 each time, you're going to be choosing from 3 Success Labs and 1 Money Conversations track. So those are your options. The Success Labs are Success Labs. So they are primarily behind the scenes case studies of people who have created successful content on a variety of platforms. Some of them have created it on multiple platforms. Some of them may be really good at podcasting. Some of them may be really good at video and YouTube. So there's a variety of things there, digital products, whatever. They're primarily story driven and a little bit of actionable insights for you to walk away going, oh, they did this, this, and this. Maybe I should try this on mine and see how it works for me. Maybe I should tweak it, whatever. So when you're looking at Success Lab options, that's what those are. And then there will also be a Money Conversations track each time. The Money Conversations track is presented by Mediavine, and it's going to include enlightening, educational, and honestly, sometimes even challenging discussions about hot money topics, things that people are talking about right now, things that maybe people in your immediate circle and your sphere are not talking about. And you're able to learn from other people's lived experiences and how they've dealt with money and what their money experiences have been like. You're able to learn from that in the Money Conversations track. It helps you become more aware of other people's experiences. And then it helps you in turn create better personal finance content on your own site and platform, because you're able to learn from those and then take it back.
If you miss a session, don't worry about it. You can catch it later. Every session that you miss, plus all the sessions that are recorded on site in Austin, will be available to you later after the event in the digital recordings. Also, we'll be dropping breakout sessions. Those will drop on Saturday at noon. So that's your typical tracks like blogging, podcasting, YouTubing, freelancing. That whole list of tracks we typically have, you will receive access to those on Saturday at noon. Otherwise, everything will come later in the digital recordings.
Just a lot of recordings, a lot of opportunities. So if you miss something, don't worry about it. You're going to be able to see it all, at least until November 11th, but possibly for the rest of your life, you can watch them.
And you get to work through those at your own pace. You don't have to feel like you got to squeeze it in while you're trying to do meetups and talk to people and all that sort of thing. Let's move on to meetups and happy hours, because we all know that is where the fun is to be had. We are really excited because we have found some software that allows us to host our meetups where you're not having to learn a bunch of new technology. You're not having to do different technology for each type of meetup. And for the most part, it is Zoom free.
You are not on Zoom for our meetups for FinCon 21. That is that's it. That's the announcement. We're excited about that. So there are a lot of opportunities for meetups, and there will be, each time there's a meetup, there will be a link in the schedule for you to click on and go to this meetup. We've tried to choose something that is very simple to navigate, and it gives you the opportunity to meet each time with 1 to 15 people. So Libby and I could have a one-on-one chat, or if there's other people there, 15 of us could talk together, max out at 15 in your circle. You could just talk to 3 or 4 people. So whatever number you want and people you want to engage with, that is there in that meeting software. You'll have an icebreaker question each time. So it gives you just some starting conversation to have with the people that you're meeting up with. And then each time the meeting, the meetup software looks the same, but the way we've structured the room where you're meeting will look a little bit different to fit whatever that particular meetup is. So you should find it really easy. We're going to jump in each time a meetup starts just to remind you of a few tips and best practices, because we know that some people may be jumping in for the first time, even if others have been doing it all along. So we're going to try to help you out as much as possible. But yeah, it's a great opportunity for you to get in there and meet with people.
So if you are sitting there and you're thinking, this is not going to be for me, these virtual meetups, I want you to know that Coach Jessica of FinCon Virtual is here, and she has a word.
I think this may have been the first time I've ever been called Coach Jessica. And if I could rise to the occasion of being like Kyle Taylor from Friday Night Lights, then my job here, it will be well worth it. Okay, so clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose. We realize that attending a virtual event is difficult. It's not the same as being in a hotel in Austin where you bump into people or the convention center or whatever. We have tried really hard to give you the tools that you could possibly need to be able to meet as many people as possible. And so there's a level of this that's just going to require, hey, I'm just going to put myself out there and I'm going to do it. And so we're cheering you on, and we really want that for you, because we think that if you do that, you will find that virtual is just as good as Austin. We did this virtual meetup software with our community advisory panel a few weeks ago, and they felt like it was a great opportunity to meet from 1 to 15 people, and then you may go to another meetup and meet from 1 to 15 people. And hey, if you're an introvert and the conversation is just like really hard for you, Libby loved it because she was like, I could just slip out
Bye-bye.
and nobody even saw me. I was just like, see you later. So we don't want you to do that. But if you just feel like you need to and you need to take a break, you can do that as well.
Yeah.
So all that to say, I really think that if you will commit to at least a couple of meetups where you say, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go in and I'm going to answer the icebreaker question. I'm going to get in there and I'm going to talk to people. I think you will find that it actually ends up being far more beneficial than you were thinking that it would be. Clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose. I'll be Ted Lasso, slap the believe on the wall, whatever you need to do. I think you'll find that it's very beneficial if you'll push yourself to do at least a couple of them, maybe not all of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay, I'm out.
I'm really holding myself back from like everyone putting their hands in and being like 3, 2, 1 meetups. But thank you, Coach Jessica. FinCon Central, that is such an integral part of the FinCon experience. There are certain times that are open for attendees that are virtual.
Actually, one of the first things that you'll find on the schedule is FinCon Central virtual. And what you may not know and may be very interesting to you is that when FinCon Central is open virtually, it is not open in Austin. So the exhibitors are choosing that they will be there and you will have their undivided attention. So you really should take advantage of that. FinCon Central is where the deals are made, where the money's made, where the partnerships are formed, where all the things take place. When you're talking shop with these brands, that's what happens in FinCon Central. So you can go to their booth, you can check out their offerings. They have videos, they have PDFs, they have all kinds of stuff in there. They even have affiliate offers in some of their booths where all you have to do is sign up for them. And then they will also have their reps listed on the booth. And if they have a green light by their name, then they're available to talk to you. And so they're available to talk to you in the DMs. They're available to chat with you in the chat box. And they're also available for one-on-one video calls with you. So keep that in mind. So when you start on Wednesday afternoon, FinCon Central virtual will be open and they are dedicated to being there and talking to you. You actually get to talk to the exhibitors before anybody talks to them in Austin. So get in there and make some deals for FinCon Central. One of the things when we're talking about the plan that you need to have is look at the booths, like go ahead and check them out and say, okay, I'm going to commit to reaching out to 3 of these. Obviously, stop by and talk to all of them if you want to. But if it's something that's a little harder for you, then yeah, set a small goal. They may ship you some swag. It happened at FinCon X that they shipped swag to the virtual attendees. So even if it's not a business deal, but you're committed to collecting your FinCon swag, you might also want to slide into some DMs to have those conversations too.
Yeah, that's right. That's all the need to knows for FinCon virtual this year. We're so glad that this technology allows us to make FinCon 21 more accessible to you at home, that you can join us for this event. And we really encourage you to jump in and engage as often as you can in all the ways we've talked about, through meetups, through the sessions, through just talking with people on the app, and make this the best experience that you can.
Yeah, the FinCon community is better because you're here, because you're helping get your positive money message out. And so we are, like Libby said, we are really, really glad that you're here. We have a team of people who are behind the scenes ready to answer any questions that you may have about your FinCon virtual experience during the event. So be sure to email us at admin@finconexpo.com if you have any issues. We are happy to help you and we'll answer that as quickly as we can. Libby and I both will be on the app. We're available in the DMs as well. If you've got anything that you need to ask us about or reach out, be happy to help you. And so please make the most of this opportunity. And we're really glad you're here.
Yeah. Have a great FinCon.